नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है हर्षवर्धन सिंह और आप देख रहे हैं MSTV। शो है रूबरू। आज हमारे साथ ऑस्ट्रिया से कुछ परफॉर्मर्स, कुछ स्टार्स, कुछ कल्चर और म्यूजिक को पूरे दुनिया में किस तरह से बढ़ाना है, किस तरह से अपना जो देश है उसकी बातें, उसकी ज़िस्त, उसकी खुशबू कैसे पूरे देश में, पूरी दुनिया में फैलानी है, उसको लेकर दो बहुत ही खूबसूरत, अगर मैं कहूँ ज़हनियत के लिहाज से मैं कह रहा हूँ, बाकी तो जब फ्रेम कटेगा तो आप देख ही पाएँगे। इसके लिहाज से भी तो गेस्ट हैं, मीला एंड मीलिया are here and I'm trying my level best just to talk to them about the things for which they are here for. So let's talk to them and understand. Namaste. Hello and welcome.
Namaste.
Hello.
How are you both?
Great.
Great.
Yes, we enjoy our days in India.
So,
Yeah.
is this your first visit to India?
Oh yes.
Very first.
First,
So
yes.
how's it? Are you liking it? And how's it?
Yes, it's actually very interesting experience for us both.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world for us.
What's that one thing? What was like the shocker when you came down here and you saw something and you're like, oh my god, like that it shocked you?
Definitely, I think the traffic was
Yeah.
the first thing
Yes.
from the airport to our
The moment you come
home.
out of the airport.
Yes.
So you landed in
so-
Delhi or in Mumbai?
In Delhi.
In Delhi. Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So many people, so many cars.
So many honking,
Mm,
people coming,
loud.
changing the lane, cutting
Yes.
like that. People showing up from nowhere, like that.
And actually,
Exactly.
I come from Macedonia, so the Balkan is also very famous for the crazy traffic, but this is still other level.
Okay.
It surprised me still, yeah.
This is ultra pro max level, like that.
Yeah.
Great. Other than that, have you tried any Indian food till now?
Oh, I totally love and enjoy Indian food.
Okay. You tried somewhere like in India?
Yes,
Where
definitely.
tell me.
I mean, most of the food we actually had at the place where we stayed. It was
Okay.
cooked by an Indian lady and it was fantastic.
That's great.
So
Are you
good.
thinking of going down for the street food as well or no? Scared?
Yeah, a little bit scared, yeah. I would love to have that experience too, but we are here to perform concerts, so we need to also take care
Yeah,
that
we
we
have
are
to be a bit
healthy.
I'm about to. Thank you so much for giving me the cue that there's something important we need to talk. So that concert, as you brought the topic up, I would just want to know about the concert. And before talking about the concert that you have, what's the biggest event in Austria? That is New Year concert or something, no? I want to know about that. If both of you can add something to it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like the New Year's concert.
Okay.
It's on the 1st of January. It's in the Musikverein.
Okay.
It's like the biggest concert hall in Austria. And yeah, it's like a huge event.
Like
It's very famous. People all over the world, they come just for this concert. If they are lucky enough to get a ticket, because it's very hard to
Get a ticket.
Super hard.
Yes.
Just like that is happening in India, because Coldplay was about to come here and all tickets vanished. Nobody was able to book tickets. That's
yeah.
something happened. So I just need to understand the cultural this importance of this whole New Year concert, because as an Indian we have heard of Tomorrowland, Sunburn, and all these big events. So how are they different from them? Because a person might be thinking that okay, it's just like that. So I just want to know about the cultural thing behind that concert.
Yeah, it's actually very different because here on this concert, the New Year's concert in Vienna, you can hear the most famous classical pieces
Okay.
from Austrian composers. You can hear a lot of Walzer, which is the something Walzer
Waltzes.
Waltz.
or
Waltz.
Waltz. Yeah.
Waltz, yes.
Waltzes. Okay. What's
It's like this dance in like 3/4, like tsa, 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 tsa,
Okay.
tsa, tsa.
Which is
so
very
it's like-
famous for Austria, and you can hear it almost in
Yeah.
every operetta
Okay.
there. So yeah, it's
And for how
totally
long it's been
different.
happening there in Vienna?
sorry, one more
For
time.
how long it's been there? This whole concert.
Yeah, so I've been there for almost 10 years.
Since like 10 years you're performing there.
Yes.
Great. And you, ma'am?
I have been in Vienna, I think it's been like 12 years now.
12 years. So you from Vienna? Also?
Yes.
You from there?
I'm from Austria, but
Okay.
not from Vienna directly. Like I come from a city that's like 2 hours in the south of Austria, and I just moved to Vienna for my studies after school.
After school,
Yes.
study. So you your studies are into music only. You're doing some sort of that stuff.
Exact. I was studying at the University of Music in
Okay.
Vienna, and yeah, I was doing my bachelor's. Actually, my bachelor's also I finished in Berlin, but I started in Vienna and I did my master's degree there, and now I'm also working at the University of Music.
That's great. But what about the concert you're talking about that you have in India? When exactly is going to happen?
Yeah, so our concert is tomorrow, actually. That's Friday, 4th of October.
4th of
At
October.
7 p.m. In the National Center of Performing Arts in Tata Theatre
Tata Theatre.
in Mumbai. Yeah, so Tata Theatre is the second biggest hall in this National Center, and it's an honor that we had an opportunity to perform there.
Other than all these things, like we have talked about that New Year concert and this particular event which is coming up. Generally, what happens? People do come down to this place and we talk about how to make this world a better place. Okay? Because we have an organization, ICNEI, and we look forward to spread love, peace, and unity through art and culture. So I want to ask some questions from that perspective. That when it comes about music, people say that music has no language. Okay, but other than that as well, people have ears for music. Sometimes they will love their particular sort of music. Like in India, music changes, the instrument changes, the way of singing changes, even the language changes, so it automatically changes most of the things. What's your understanding of Indian music, Indian classical music, or Bollywood music, any sort of? If you ever heard it, or if you like hear it on a regular basis, in that, I want to know.
Honestly, I'm not so familiar with Indian music.
Okay.
But what you said before, music, it's a universal language, and yeah, it comes from the soul. So you don't have to understand the language. You don't have to, have some knowledge about this style. You can still feel it. That's the most important thing. We also here in New Delhi, we had the opportunity to work with young Indian singers and artists. We worked actually with 7 of them. We had a master class, and we were really surprised of how this went, of how Indian people are talented.
Really?
Yes,
We were actually working with Western music, like not Indian music. And that was the surprising part, because we didn't know if there was gonna be any knowledge of that here, and also the students were singing in German, which was very surprising to me, because their German was like amazing, like their pronunciation. We hardly had to correct anything.
And in German, it's very hard to sing. Also for German and Austrian people, which their mother language.
No German, it's really hard to even speak German.
Even speak, it's even harder to sing, because when you sing, you need to make it even more, so the people that hear you understand what you're singing about. So we were surprised of how well prepared they were, and of how talented they were. They have such a big voices with perfect, really. I was surprised.
But opera singing, when you talk about opera singing, it's a totally different sort of a genre, no? India don't have that opera singing, so they need a particular tone for that. When you're going for the high notes and like stuff like that, you shrill voice and modulations and all. So how did you find those people managing with that? Were they able to manage?
Well, actually, the people that we were working with, they were students for opera singing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were already, there is one foundation, Nimrana Foundation, that we are very thankful that organized this event, our masterclass.
It happened back in the Nimrana fort, near Amer?
It happened, that's near the House Khan or... House Khas, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So there is the Nimrana Foundation.
You're really close.
Sorry for my mistakes.
No, not at all. That's perfect. That's what I can say.
Yeah. So it's near there, and it's one foundation, and the main person there, Priya. I also want to thank her. She really tries to bring so many European classical artists to work with the students. She really gives a lot of time and energy in this foundation, so her students can have also the chance to work and to learn something more. She also sends them to European universities to study there. So
student exchange program and all that.
Yeah, and that's very nice.
I just want to. I cannot stop myself from asking because I love when I'm feeling a bit low as in I'm quite tired and all. I listen to Moonlight Sonata. Right? That's what I do. I love how Beethoven and Mozart, how they play. There's a music pieces. When I'm doing something, if I need to focus, I play that. Although I don't understand Western classical. From that perspective, as a layman, the one who don't understand music, I might understand Indian music to some extent, right? But not Western classical. From that perspective, I'm asking that in coming future, if you will get an opportunity to work with Indian musicians, like on a very professional ground, professional as in need to create some art pieces like music art pieces. What will be the things that you will be thinking and taking care of, and how would you see that? How would you imagine it? If you can, is it a tough
You
one?
mean a collaboration between Western and Indian music?
Western and Indian.
And what would be an important part of the Western music to be?
From your perspective, from your idea, because music is art is an extension of the artist. So as your extension, what will be the things that you will be doing, you will be thinking of doing, if you can? It's quite hypothetical, but I just want to understand that.
That's very hypothetical.
So you ever heard Indian music?
I have heard Indian music in like Bollywood movies or something like this.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I don't think it's very like very widely spread where we are.
Okay.
So it would be definitely interesting to bring more of Indian culture also
to Europe, make these collaborations. There can be a million of ways how we can do that, and that's why actually we're here. Even though now we're performing Western classical music, this is a project that is organized and supported by the Austrian Embassy in New Delhi and the Austrian Cultural Forum. So actually I want to also thank the director of the Austrian Cultural Forum, Mr. Michael Pahl, who really supports young artists, and he really wants to spread this music here and to make more collaborations in the future. And that would be a very nice idea for the future. So we can connect with also Indian artists here, and so they can do their Indian classical music, and we can do our Western. And find some
maybe they could be some like improvising together and see what happens.
It's really, it can be a very nice idea, like if someone plays the piano and someone sings in the Indian
Indian instruments like sitar and other different string instruments as well. No? Like you play violin, we play sarangi.
To connect.
We played like from the knuckles, not from this. You have to, and it's the fretboard. It don't have it just frets. It's an open, so you don't know where exactly the note is. You have to slide like that.
Nice,
very interesting.
Yeah, so it will be interesting idea to connect this. The traditional Indian instruments and the traditional way of singing in India with the Western.
That's the reason I asked this question, because see what happens. We're sitting here in the screen in front of the cameras talking about your event and everything else, but at the end of the day, what we are planning, what we are thinking, okay, we want to make our life a better one, but what about the rest of the world? The world will be a better place only when people like us and all the people all across the globe will come together and work for a common goal. Common goal is a better future for the coming generations. And for that, we need to interact with each other. And for interaction, music is the most important and the most powerful way to do that. And that's exactly why I'm asking that question. Just as at last, I want to wrap just because you have some time constraint as well. Another interview lined up. For both of you, that one thing you believe you will be taking back from India, might be a feeling, might be an idea. What will be that?
Well, actually, a lot of things, because we really had.
Other than the fabrics and some
Yeah, we had
attires and like that.
we had really nice experience here, but I must say, even though maybe it's chaotic outside and
Thank you.
everything is very fast, and but still the people we met till now, they were so nice and calm inside of them. So
And somehow that's also happening to me. I feel like I should be more stressed on the street with all this chaos going on, all the cars making this noise.
Honking.
But somehow I'm very calm here. I don't know what it is. Is it like the climate? Is it the friendly people? Is it... No idea, but
yeah,
that's
just
how I feel
calmness.
here. Yes.
Even though maybe it's total chaos around us, we're so calm. Also before performing, I felt so calm, and going on the stage, also very calm to work with these young singers. It's very nice feeling. It's something spiritual you have in this country that.
Definitely.
What do you think that, I mean, that sort of question is a rhetorical one, but what do you think how India is surviving for so long? So much of chaos, and if we go into the history of India, like how many, I cannot even name the invaders also come down to here and invaded India, demolish all the universities and everything that we had, but still we are surviving, we are growing. As an Indian, I'm talking about. What's that one thing? It is that spirituality. It was generally people think that there is system, systematic, and there's chaotic. No, there is a fine line between systematic and chaotic, and India lives in that. If you'll go to certain areas of India, especially in Delhi, you will find, okay, this is quite calmer, the people are different, and the roads are really wide and nobody's honking like that. And on the other hand, if you go to Chandni Chowk to any other place, you'll find a different sort of an environment. But it's just like, it's a big machine which had each and every individual as a particular mechanical tool working at its own place to make this whole big country work. We are the most populated country. Okay, I'm not really proud of it, but yeah, this is something like that. But there's one thing that I'm proud of, that India, every person has its own place, and the spirituality which is there in every person, no matter they are very religious or not, hardly matters.
Yeah.
No matter they come from any other religion, but the spirituality stays there. That calmness comes from there. That's it. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for only one compliment for you. Thank you so much for being the way you are.
Thank you so much.
Although in the starting I felt that you were not very comfortable talking, with all due respect I'm saying, but then even you managed somehow to say the things that you had. I don't know the reason, but thank you so much for that. So please be the way you are and spread love and happiness and lots of good music for the rest of the world.
Thank you so much for the invitation and for giving us chance to be here and to say something about our story. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me teach you something. If you are ready for that, when somebody do like this, so we have to do like this only. So this is the namaste. Yeah.
Namaste.
So you'll be staying in India. So yes. That's the master class I'm starting. So like this. Thank you so much. सुना आपने किस तरह से मैंने काफी सारी बातें की. I've talked a lot in this whole interview. I'll do this both Hindi English so that you will be able to understand, right? काफी सारी बातें की और कोशिश की कि मैं उन लोगों की समझ जो आज के मेहमान हैं आप तक पहुंचा पाऊं. I tried my level best just to get their understanding in front of you so that you can understand. आप लोग समझ पाएं ये चीज़ कि हम किसी भी देश में हों, किसी भी जगह पे हों, किसी भी काम में हों, कुछ भी कर रहे हों, हमारा मूल एक है और वो मूल है मानवता. और उसके प्रचार और प्रसार के लिए बहुत सारी चीज़ें की जा सकती हैं. So you can understand that no matter where we come from, whether we are coming from a different ethnicity, color, caste, creed, country, and social understanding, cultural understanding, but there's one thing which is common in each and every one of us, and that is the basic humanity, and the biggest way to spread that humanity, the most powerful way is music. That's what they are here for. So अगर आप मुंबई में हैं, if you are in Mumbai, you can have your tickets if the tickets are available. I have no idea about that. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप जा सकते हैं और देख सकते हैं तो जाइए और देखिए. If you can go and watch, please go and watch that and enjoy the concert. Thank you so much for sparing some time for us. हमारे साथ आज ये पूरा इंटरव्यू देखने के लिए शुक्रिया. दोबारा मुलाकात होगी. देखते रहिए MSTV.